All right. Let me repost it on my Instagram again.
Okay.
I said I was gonna go live so that people can know.
Okay. So that we know.
Uh, this phone is broken. See,
We have one person. Hopefully
I'm just gonna make an announcement on my Instagram to get people over.
okay. And then we need to ask them if they can hear us clearly because, okay, two people. Maybe if we're having
Okay.
difficulty, we kick off.
Hey everyone. So I am actually live on YouTube
Okay.
with Balloons by Profitability. If you guys want to jump over there, I will be putting it up, the link, so that you guys can watch this interview. It is live on YouTube. So I want everyone to hop over here so you can hear what's going on. All right. All right. So,
2 minutes and then we kick off.
but we can get started because it's gonna be saved, and then we can like.
Guys, for those that are online, if you can hear us clearly, please. If you can't, sorry, if you can't hear us, just let us know because we wouldn't want to like carry on and then we have voice issues and all of that. So guys, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you're new to seeing this, okay, let me just introduce myself before I talk about our guests. Too much echo. Okay. Oh God. I don't know what we can do about this echo issue. Is it echo on my side or is it how bad is it? Can you because I don't know what we can do about this echo issue. I'm in a quiet place and I'm sure Renee is in a quiet space too. I don't know. It might just be YouTube doing okay. Okay, someone is saying no echo. Okay. Okay.
If I speak, can you guys hear the echo?
Is it on Renee's side? Let us know before we carry on. Okay, someone said no echo, so let's just carry on and hopefully it gets better. Or okay, I think it's on Renee's side. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the problem. Same thing we had the last time with
It might be because it's coming over the pond.
Guys, just bear with us, please. I don't know what we can do. Renee, can you move the camera closer to you?
Yeah.
Maybe yes.
Okay, so it's a lot less now.
Aha. So move it closer. Yeah, that's what we're
Okay.
doing. Okay. Sorry, guys, if it's like we're too much in your face, we have to move closer to the camera. Okay, guys, welcome, welcome. So, if you're new to Byola, I'm Byola, and welcome to my channel. So, I started this thing called Let's Talk Balloons, where I bring seasoned balloon artists to my channel to just talk about their experiences, to talk about how long they've been in the business, you know, to talk about tips, ideas, and many things new people coming into the industry can learn from. And so to also, you know, ask them that question you can't ask, you know, you can't, some people find it difficult to ask questions from other balloon artists, you know, like that. But when I bring them here, you can get the opportunity to like talk to them and just, you know, ask your pending questions that you've always wanted to ask. Okay, so today we have Renee of Aviator Balloons. She's based in New York in the United States. If you don't know, I'm in the United Kingdom. I'm in London. So, Renee, can you introduce yourself to everyone, please?
Hi everyone. It's Renee from Aviator Balloons, and I've been in business for 9 years. I'm located in New York. We are in North Belmore, where my studio is. But we service New York, New Jersey, and the entire like tri-state.
Amazing. Okay, so you've been in the business 9 years. That's amazing.
Byola, you're a little bit low.
Okay, so let me speak louder. Okay,
Mhm.
so you've been in the business for like 9 years. What prompted you to start doing balloons? How did you come about doing balloons? How did you start? What made you think, okay, I'm gonna start
So
doing
my
balloons?
aunt was having a bridal shower, and we requested balloons from an artist, and the price was like insane, and I thought it was like too much. So we were like, I could do that myself. So like everyone, I went on YouTube and I tried to find out how to do the simple spiral and stuff like that. And then I really found out it was not as simple. Um, so I started doing research. Viola, do you mind if I jump off and come back on
Go for
and
it.
see if it's
Okay, let's see.
better?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna jump off and come back on.
Sorry, guys. She's going to join us back in the. If you're just joining us, we're just worried about the echo from Renee's side. We don't know why we're having that issue. So yeah, just give her a minute to come back. And in the meantime, if you have any questions you would like to ask, please let us know in the comment. Feel free to ask. Okay, I sound far away. Okay, I'm moving closer to the camera now. I'm really close to the camera.
All
Okay.
right.
I think I need to speak louder, so maybe that's why. Okay. We're just gonna
There's
see
still
how.
a feedback.
Okay. Is it better now? What do you think? Guys, is it okay? So let's just carry on. Okay, so you were saying.
So I was saying that I'm in New York and I needed to get a balloon artist for something, and the price seemed crazy, right? At the time, I wasn't educated. I didn't know how much balloons cost. Um, and I started like looking around and playing around with Party City balloons and all of this other stuff, right? So I'm like, no, there's a difference. So I'm practicing in my backyard, and I'm like, there has to be something I can do to improve so it looks like everybody else that's doing it at the time. And there were only few people on YouTube, and you were one of them. And I was like, okay, this lady has a lot of good content about precision and X grid and all of the business behind it. So you were actually one of my first teachers,
Oh, amazing.
and I watch the videos constantly, and I'm like, where are they getting the balloons from? Where can I go? What conferences can I go to learn? So that's where I started to like really push the education part of it.
Amazing. Okay, so what was your first job like? The first event you did, like
Ooh.
your first paid job.
My first paid job, which was outside of friends and family, was a Sweet 16. And it was a Winter Wonderland Sweet 16. I had no idea what I was doing. I was putting it on a acrylic back wall, like a, and it was not sticking. It was just horrible. I had to use tape. I was using fishing line. I had to end up tying it around the back post and like really like rigging everything. It looked great when I was done, but I was stressed, really stressed out. At the time, I wasn't even using chrome balloons. Chrome balloons didn't really come out yet. But it looked great. It looked great for what I did at the time.
Oh, amazing. Okay. So over the years, because you've done it for like 9 years now, which is
Hmm.
really amazing. How you know because I know from years ago, we didn't have so much access to even like we didn't have access, but we didn't have um okay, there's a bad echo. Is this from my side or
It's
from
from me.
okay. Maybe you move the camera closer again. Let's see.
Okay, let me try my other phone.
Okay.
I'll let me come off and log back in.
Yeah. Hello, smile, bye.
Sorry guys for the echoing.
We're so sorry about the echo. Okay, so she's going to step out and come back in. I don't know why we are having this echo issue. So she's going to try and log in with another phone and see what the problem. In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Any questions for Renee? Let me know in the comment.
It's still echoing from the other phone.
Okay, I sound far away. Okay, I'm so close. I'm going to speak louder now. And hopefully that would be fine. Because I don't know why we are having, maybe because she's far away in the United
I
States and
am
logged in.
right.
I don't know
I
if it's the
don't know.
network or something. Hopefully this doesn't affect the replay. I'm so sorry, guys. We'll just carry on, and I hope it gets better as we go on. Okay. So what were we talking about? We were talking about, yeah. So I was saying, because I know from years ago, yeah, there was training, there was conventions, but it wasn't as popular as now. So where did you go for your classes? How did you find, apart from using YouTube? Because a lot of people would stumble on YouTube and they wouldn't do anything further. So how did
Yeah.
you go about finding how to like do it better?
So I started reaching out to other balloon specialists in New York to see where can I go, what can I do. I did reach up on a lot of like roadblocks. Like, I'm not gonna tell you who I use. I'm gonna tell you stuff I might use. I'm not gonna tell you this. And then I started just Googling balloon conventions, and I stumbled on float. And from there, I was like, how do I get in? How do I register? And float was one of the conventions that allowed you to attend the convention without being a CBA. So at the time, you had to get
Okay,
the
so
CBA.
sorry. Um,
Hmm.
so were there some events where you were not allowed to attend if you are not a CBA?
Yeah. Most of
Really?
the Qualitex events in America, you weren't allowed to go to unless you were going to take your CBA or you were already a CBA.
Oh. Because the first convention I attended here in the UK, I wasn't even a CBA yet.
Hmm.
And fine, there were people had plans. Sorry, some people that attended because they wanted to take their CBA there. But for
Hmm.
me, I'd not even done the QBN. I wasn't even on the QBN before. So
Yeah.
you know, that's oh, seriously. You're not hearing Renee. Oh God. I don't know why this is happening. Is it the same with everyone? Okay, do you have a Bluetooth, Renee?
No.
No, she's not using a Bluetooth. She's not using any headphones. She isn't using
I'm
any.
actually trying to see if can I hop in from my a computer?
Okay, let's try with your computer. Let's see.
Okay, let me log out of this.
Okay. Guys, I'm so sorry. Just bear with us. Um, if if this is making it go on for too long, please we'll try and just try and see what we can do as much as we can. Okay, we're just gonna wait for her to come back. Sorry about this, guys. In the meantime, if you have any questions for me, let me know. Am I still sounding far away or I'm close enough? Let me know. if I'm sounding far away, so I could move closer or speak louder. I've got a mic on. Um, oh, I'm so sorry, CJ's kitchen. Sorry. I'm so sorry. She's gonna try and join us with that computer now, and hopefully, we get on smoothly after this. Okay, I'm sounding good. Okay, that's good. Okay. So we'll just wait for Renee to come back. Um, so if you have any pending questions, please let me know, and I would respond while we're waiting for Renee to come back. Um, okay, my volume gets a bit low. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. She's gonna try and log on with our laptop or a computer, so that might make you better. You know, there are times the phone is always kind of like it could be the network, it could be anything. So hopefully, when she comes back, it would be fine. I don't know why this happens on YouTube. Um, on Instagram, I don't think when you go live it happens. Okay, she's back now, so let's see. Um,
All right.
okay, I think it's
It's
even
still
clearer
doing it.
now. Is it still echoing?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Do you have any other device on? Like any other?
So my
So
other
my
cell
other cell
phone
phone
is
is it
on
on
silent.
silent?
I tried
I
to do it
tried to
on
do
my
it on my
laptop, but
laptop,
it's
but
saying
it's
that I
saying
need
that
to
I
do
need
it
to
from
do
the
it from the
app.
app. Ah, okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, okay. Let's just carry on and let's just do as much as we can. I'm so sorry,
Mm-hmm.
guys. Um, so I we were talking about your how you know were able to like train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with
So
with
with
training,
training. Okay, they said it's not as bad as the last one, so let's go.
okay.
Okay.
So with
So with
training,
training,
I
I
went to
went to
conventions
convention
and I
and I
paid
paid
for like
for
the
like the
booklets that
booklets
they
that
would
they
give
would give
you,
you,
and I
and
tried to
I
go
tried
to
to
as
go to
many
as many
classes as
classes as
possible
possible
with
with
different
different
teachers, and then
teachers,
I
and
would
then I
follow
would
them on
follow them on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Wherever they
Wherever they
had
had
trainings, I would
trainings, I would
travel
travel
to.
to.
So once
So
as you
once as
get
you get
into like
into
these
like these
conventions, they'll
conventions, they'll
send
send
you
you
like a
like
list
a
of
list of
classes that are
classes that are
going
going
on and
on
new
and new
classes,
classes,
and I
and I
started to
started to
invest like
invest like
that.
that.
I took
I took
class with
class with
Chris
Chris
Adamo
Adamo
from
from
Australia
Australia. Yeah.
because I
Because
really
I really
wanted
wanted
to
to
tighten up
tighten up
my
my
classic
classic
technique, my
technique, my
duplex square
duplex square
pack,
pack,
quad
quad
pack,
pack,
alternate
alternate
pack.
pack.
Um,
Um,
and that
and
helped
that
me
helped me
definitely with
definitely with
like my
like my
foundation
foundation
stuff.
stuff.
Um,
Um,
and then I
and then I
started
started
fusing in
fusing
just
in
my
just my
artistic
artistic
background with
background
the
with the
art,
art,
right?
right?
And
And
stopped
stop
thinking about it
thinking
so
about it so
literally.
literally.
So I
So
would be in
I
my
would be in my
backyard putting
backyard
paint
putting
on
paint on
balloons,
balloons,
spray
spray
paint,
paint,
tulle,
tulle,
flowers,
flowers,
all of that.
all of that. So and then you grew from there. So because I know you, aside from doing being a balloon artist for everyone to hire and all of that to like decorate and all of that, I see that you teach. So what
Hmm.
prompted you to that aspect of your business? How did you come about teaching?
So
So
the
the
teaching came
teaching
about
came
because
about
of the
because of the
demand
demand
here.
here.
So I
So I
started
started
teaching four
teaching
years
4 years
ago.
ago.
When I
When
kept
I
on
kept
getting
on getting
asked, "Do you
asked, "Do
teach?
you
Can you
teach?
teach
Can
me
you
how to
teach me
do
how to
this?
do
Can you
this?
teach
Can
me
you
how to
teach me
do
how to
this?"
do
And I'm
this?" And
like,
I'm like,
I don't know
I
if
don't know
that's
if that's
something I
something
want
I
to
want to
do.
do.
But then
But
my
then
my
my
DMs kept
DMs
on
kept
getting
on getting
bombarded with,
bombarded with,
"Can you
"Can
teach
you
me how
teach
to
me
do
how to
this?
do
I
this?
want
I
to
want to
learn."
learn."
Um,
Um,
so
so
I
I
started to
started to
develop a
develop a
curriculum.
curriculum,
And for
and
those
for
who
those
don't
who don't
know,
know,
I have
I
a
have a
master's
master's
in
in
safety
safety
management
management
systems,
systems,
which I
which
learned
I
how
learned
to
how
write
to write
curriculums
curriculums
for
for
airplanes.
airplanes.
So I
So I
took
took
that
that
skill
skill
set
set
and
and
brought it
brought it
over
over
to
to
balloon work.
balloon work. Ooh. Okay, so
So
what's your background? So are you've just said now is bringing in the aviator balloons. Like, okay,
It's
so
intertwining it.
yeah. So, what's your actual background? What were you doing before you came into balloons?
So I am a pilot.
Ooh!
Um, I've been a pilot since I was 17 years old.
Wow.
Um, I went to college and I studied aviation.
Hmm.
So I have 3 undergraduate degrees and a master's in aviation.
Quick,
Thank
sister.
you. Thank you.
Like, guys, can you see? Yeah, she's a boss for real. Like, balloons is not just for like it's not just for any you can't just do balloons and not have that special skill, like, it's
Yeah.
amazing to hear this. I'm proud. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Like, you
Thank you.
see, people that normally people would be like, balloons, like,
Yeah.
it can't be for professionals, like, but you have to have a certain kind of background before you can actually like excel in, in
Hmm. And
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, I'm inspired. Well done.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thank you.
you you have that kind of background and you brought it into balloon art history and you developed, teaching. I've seen people call you a beast. Like, yes, the sky is the limit, guys.
Thank
In fact,
you.
the sky is the starting point.
Yes.
So, people say you're a beast in, in like you have so much energy because I've watched your videos when
Hmm.
you're training and all of that. You know, guys, before I got talking to Renee, it was Balloons Inspiration that mentioned the name. And meanwhile, I had it in my mind to contact her and say to her I would like her to like come on my live. And it was because I'd seen what she could do, and I'd thought to myself, someone like this would be great to bring to the channel to inspire people, because that's part of the reason why I started the Let's Talk, so people could get more inspired, people could understand that it isn't just about balloons. There's so much you can do in this business. Okay, so moving on. Don't let me talk too much. moving on. Moving on. Okay, so with the teaching aspect and the decorating bit of your business, which one do you really like? Would I say enjoy, or which one do you think is what you would prefer to do? Is it
I like the fusion of both.
okay?
I love aviation, but it is very, very routine. The higher you get in that job is the more checklists you have, right? So on a daily basis, so just to give you guys a background of what I used to do, is I worked as an airport inspector. So you had to sweep runway, so you had to go on the runway and check for debris and stuff like that. Very routine. So there's nothing too exciting about it after a while versus doing this type of artistry. You don't know who you're going to meet, you don't know what type of event. It pushes your creativity, it pushes your mentality, um, and it takes you to a new height year after year. So with aviation, I kind of felt stuck because I achieved a lot early. I'm not gonna lie to you. I worked up on my first accident at 21. Normally people do that like later on in their career. I worked at 15 different airports in my 20s, so I kind of tapped out. I have like patents and research that's published. So I kind of felt like I was at the apex and I kind of stopped. There was like no further to go. With this, every day is a new adventure.
Mm.
Every student is different, and you see how you can impact their life, their finances, their happiness. the joy that this brings. So I definitely love balloon artistry more than actually aviation.
Amazing. So moving on to what word would I use now? The fun bits. Yes. So I've been seeing online on Instagram this drama about the pink pump, the original pump. So I just want to like hear, instead of having it in text, just let us, because I know you wouldn't outrightly want to like seem um how like, because people have perceived like your statement as an attack, but in actual fact you're trying to like inspire, to like push, to like let people understand that there's more to just doing balloons,
Yeah.
I just want you to like speak, about it, about the controversy briefly.
So the pink pump mentality is not necessarily the physical inflator. It is the mentality that's associated with condoning mediocrity within our businesses. There are so many balloon businesses because of the influx after the pandemic
Mm,
that these businesses are not legal businesses,
mm,
right? So there is a thin line between doing this as a hobby and doing this professionally. And people cast their insecurities all the time on a statement that's made. So when I said that the pink pump is not a professional inflator, people imply that I said that their business is not professional.
mm, mm,
And that's not the statement at all. The statement is, and if they read the caption under that video, it was talking about branding. So how your customers perceive you,
mm,
right? Now in the balloon industry, more than ever, we're battling with the Amazon kits,
mm,
right? Everyone now can purchase an Amazon kit with 150 something pieces and do a garland at home.
mhm,
Before this never existed,
mhm,
right? So as balloon professionals, we have to separate how we look and how we operate our businesses from the Amazon kits, right? And there is a correlation between the Amazon kits and that pink inflator, right? So the mentality behind it is people say it's not just balloons. So they'll go and purchase the professional grade balloons, but then still use the hobby equipment.
mm.
Okay. So if we're just saying it's not just balloons, why are people saying air is just air? Right? And that's very important. It might not seem as intrinsic to many people, but it's not just air, it's time. And time is money,
Yeah.
right? So that's where we have a disconnect in a lot of the balloon brands that are coming out. Like, I don't look at my balloon company as a company, I look at it as a brand. So if I want to get higher paid clients, I need to separate how my brand visibly looks to clients,
Mm,
right? If I want to attract clients that are paying 10,000 US dollars for balloons, 20,000, I cannot go with that small mentality. And that's what I'm trying to get at with the pink pump mentality. So we see people getting upset because they only watch a 7-second reel
mm,
but fail to listen to a 90-minute empowerment Thursday. Um, So people are gonna cast their insecurities on whatever I say. And I believe now because it's off peak season, there's a lot of balloon businesses that are desperate. They're not making any money. So anything you say right now, they're gonna feel attacked, right? And that's not my intention. It was never my intention for any business to feel less than. Um, People had gained from it that I was being a mean girl. This is a sorority attitude. Because I don't have the more expensive inflator, my business is not professional. I did not say that at all. So if they have a mediocrity mindset or a minimalistic mindset within their business, that's going to hinder them from growth. And what I've noticed with that, because I always try to do research, is there's three type of people or three type of balloon businesses that existed or that were watching that kind of content. One, the businesses that get it, right? Mentality is everything. Two, there's businesses that understood the message, but they wanted to play devil's advocate for their own personal gain. And three, there were businesses that flat out did not understand what I was saying, right? So as a balloon educator, I used to use those pink pumps like everyone else. But I knew if I wanted to take my game to the next level, be more competitive in a dog eat dog world like New York, stand out, book the biggest jobs, I needed to change the way I branded my business, right? Because there is a buyer's behavior. And millionaires don't buy the way someone who makes $100,000 buy. And if you look at what they consider luxury, it's not the Hondas, it's not the Toyotas of the world. It's the Ferraris and the Bugattis of the world. So if my brand is associated with the experience given, I have to bring the best because that's what they're paying for. Right? Yes, the pink inflator can get me the results that I want, but how fast am I working? How efficient am I? Right? They're not paying me to be at Y, right? They're paying me to give them the next level. So that's really what the pink pump mentality is about. It's really taking ownership of our brand and how our brand looks. And especially in the social media world, we see people sit on the floor and inflate. We see them use the cheapest supplies, and then balloon businesses get upset when someone says, "Hey, I purchased this kit. Can you inflate it for me?" Right? So to become distinguishable and to have a clear differentiation in your business, you have to set standards, right? Because I don't want to hear, I could have purchased that. Why am I paying you $2,000? So that's where the pink pump mentality comes in.
I think a lot of times what the problem
Hmm.
is, what I could say could be the problem for a lot of people is the fact that before even coming into the business, in their mind they're thinking it's just balloons. Because I've seen where balloon artists are saying, I can't pay for like a job I would price at over £1,000. They're saying, why would I be paying £200 for
Yeah.
that? So a lot of times they're coming with the mindset of, once your mindset from get go isn't the mindset of, I can make millions from doing this business. I've seen people. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the work we have to do, because it has to be all of us. We
Mm-hmm.
can't just keep watching the industry go south. We want, because back in the days before balloons became so big now, people don't want to pay what I used to ask for back then. And I expect
Mm-hmm.
them to pay more now because things are more expensive.
Expensive.
You know, you tell them what you charge for like there was, I think there was someone sent me a balloon wall recently, and she was like, "Oh, how much are you going to do that and all of that?" And I think I gave her a price, and then she said, "Oh, is it for that size?" And I said to her, "Do you know I was um 4 years ago, this was what I would have charged for this design," and it was a shock to them because now they expect it to be the price you were
4 years
4
ago,
years
yeah.
ago, yeah. But they forget that things are more expensive. There's more awareness. There's,
Mm-hmm.
we should be making more, not going back to what we were
Back.
making. It's like we're going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
The way we work now is even, the creativity I see out there now is amazing. So I'm expecting us to like be way more expensive than what we used to charge back in the days. So I think it has to come from, because even with me doing YouTube videos and all of that, I say to people, you can't just watch YouTube videos and expect,
Everything.
everything. You have to go for proper training. You have
Mm-hmm.
to like have the, even if you don't pick up anything from the actual training, you have to network, you have to know where to get stuff from. There's so much you can get from attending an actual training. I teach people, but I still attend training if I have to. So I think people just need to like have a new mindset,
Yes.
from the get-go, and understand that doing balloons is not something you can do for cheap. It takes a
It's
lot.
not.
It's not.
And to
And to
even look
even
at
look
it
at
this
it
way
this way
too,
too,
with
with
the
the
color
color
block
block
organic
organic
style that we're
style that we're
doing,
doing,
is
is
three
three
times more
times
the
more the
supply
supply
per
per
color.
color. Mm-hmm.
And we're
And
not
we're not
charging
charging
three
three
times more
times
than we
more than we
were
were
4 years
4 years
ago.
ago. Because now we have to double stuff.
Double
Double
stuff.
stuff. We're spending time to double stuff. We're spending time to inflate the 5 inches. Like,
Yes.
yes. We're spending time to like design. Don't we used to like design back then, but now it's, there's so much more work we put into
Going
it.
into
Going
it.
into it. So I expect us to like charge more
More.
and not to just look down and be like, oh, that's it.
I
I
feel as
feel as
though
though
there's a
there's
lot
a
of
lot of
busy
busy
work
work
being done.
being done.
And I
And I
consider
consider
busy work
busy work
as
as
giving a
giving a
client
client
more
more
without
without
charging them
charging
for
them
that
for
what
that
they're
what
getting.
they're getting.
So
So
there's a lot
there's a
of
lot
double
of double
stuffing that's
stuffing
being
that's being
done
done
that
that
people are not
people are
charging
not
for.
charging for.
They're
They're
purchasing
purchasing
six
six
times,
times,
nine
nine
times
times
more
more
supplies,
supplies,
and
and
they're not
they're
charging
not
them for the
charging them for
time.
the
They're not
time. They're
charging
not
them for the
charging them for
supply.
the supply.
So it's a
So it's a
double
double
whammy,
whammy,
right?
right?
Then we
Then we
see
see
styles such
styles such
as the
as the
balloon rope,
balloon rope,
right?
right?
We're
We're
using
using
six
six
times
times
more
more
5 inches
5 inches
and
and
four more
four more
times
times
in
in
labor
labor
to make
to
these
make
ropes
these
to go in
ropes
the
to go in the
garlands.
garland.
But they're not
They're not
charging for
charging
them.
for them.
So we
So
see a
we see a
major
major
loss
loss
for the
for the
balloon
balloon
artistry.
artistry.
The
The
only people
only
who
people
are
who are
profiting from
profiting
this
from this
are
are
the
the
wholesaler
wholesaler, manufacturers,
and the
and the
client,
client,
right?
right?
So there's a
So there's
lot
a
of work
lot of work
being
being
done
done
that's not
that's
being
not being
priced
priced
properly
properly
that looks good on Instagram, but then on Monday these balloon artists are broke,
Mm.
right? And I always say don't be booked, busy, and broke,
Broke.
right? They're not charging accurately if they're doing it per foot or a law of three for supplies. So, like I said, there's a disconnect, right? Everyone wants to be popular.
Mm.
So they're doing what the popular girls do. They're doing what the influencers are doing. And not really understanding fundamentally how does this work for my business.
Mm.
So that's the reason I really feel like, even though I get a lot of backlash for putting out this type of content, it does make a breakthrough with some people.
That's right. Because with those of us that trained by a CBA QBN, sorry, became a CBA. There was we didn't have to. We were not doing organics then.
No.
We were trained to like do the basic, the classic designs and all of that. Um, so now, like you said, there's much more work to be done. Um, so how are you training people on the pricing aspect? Have you like developed something to like help,
Yeah.
to let people
So
know?
I have a constant rubric, right? The way I price, and I can share it with you privately. But anyone else would have to pay for it. But it's a price for profit structure,
Mm,
and it's based on a per foot pricing. Um, I do a average of the balloons that I would purchase for a certain like three color block,
mhm,
and then that's a multiplicative index,
mhm,
right? So the more they want is the more they have to pay.
mhm,
And then you do your additions on for certain rental items. So for me, flowers are rentals. That's a really big style right now.
mhm,
If they want to pay for foils, anything else like that, those things are extras. But in my class, I break down what a garland would look like in sections, and we sell it per section.
mm,
Um, if the client chooses to pay for it, that's okay. If they don't want to pay for it, that's also okay. Because I also teach a structure of doing grab and goes. So these are preset smaller size garlands that balloon artists can add to their collection. It will be pre-inflated, made up, and the client can pick it up and install it themselves. This cuts down on the time wasted to drive to a venue and install if they're not going to pay for the full price. So I have structures for organic, classic, bouquets, helium, and that's what my students get when they come in. Right? And I also do have a minimum cost for everything. And I tell my students, you have that minimum cost, you can't go below. Because it's not just about cutting even in your business, it's covering the cost of your supplies, covering your overhead, like paying insurances, all of that, and then making a profit. So we get caught up in, oh my God, it's just $500. But when you take that $500 and you subdivide it into everything that goes into creating that piece of art, God bless you, right? What do we actually walk home with? Is it spring there?
Oh no, it's not. I don't know why. Just something that just got into my throat.
Got you.
Yeah, go on.
So when we charge like 500, we don't walk home with 500.
Mhm.
And I wish I did, But that's not how business works. So I think once they start really understanding the concept of money and overhead and profit, people will start charging appropriately.
Because I took time to like I did a video on pricing, like
Hmm.
using the Cuban price sheet
Rubric, yeah.
yeah. So, but people still, I guess it's maybe people feel I'm spending so much time doing that. But the thing is, a lot of times, because most of the things we're doing now are like, yes, balloons are alone are expensive. Balloons are terribly expensive. So
Hmm.
we tend to like do the same thing every time. So once you've priced a design once, you find it easy to like reprice it. So
Hmm.
all you need to do is just sit down and sort out that
Price it
price.
out.
Because or else you find out that, just like you said, you, it's not all about putting out a picture every weekend. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I've done this. I worked on Saturday, I worked on Sunday, I did 3 jobs, I did 4 jobs. No. Yes, people are seeing that on Instagram, but at the end of the day, whose time is being wasted? Who is not getting paid? Who is not getting enough out of? I see people like bring out what they've made in a year as a balloon artist. You know, I people ask me, "Is this all you do?" And I say, "Yes." That's why I only do balloons
Hmm.
because I don't want to like I don't have to put out a picture every weekend to let people know that I am busy. If I
I'm
can't,
busy.
you know, if I can't, if I don't have anything to show for it, if I'm not able to
Hmm.
survive on the business, you know, so we need to like maybe have you thought of like doing like a book or something to like share your pricing technique because I'm sure people would get on it.
I I would do something like that. Um, but in the interim, I teach pricing classes all the time.
Okay.
Um, and it's somewhat universal. You can apply it to whatever state, whatever business, whatever country you're in. Because one of the biggest factors that's common between all balloon artists is where we're getting our supplies.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm buying $120 worth of supplies and you're paying the same 120, why is it that you're charging $200 less than I am, right? And I also think it's a fear of rejection that a lot of people suffer from, right? They're fearful of the client saying, no, I don't want to move forward. No, I don't want to go with that design. That is too expensive. So they have a tendency to create an invoice and then go back and delete and go back and subtract price off it because they're fearful that people won't pay for that. And then I always say to my students, I'm like, if you decrease the price and they pay for it gladly, wouldn't you prefer to price it properly and have them pay for that? So it's a fear of rejection that a lot of people suffer from.
Yeah, and I think the fact that they're thinking, oh, this person is going to go to someone else. Let them go to someone else. You know, I see a lot of people doing amazing work, but they still can't charge what they are, you know, what
What
they
they
are
should be.
you know, and it's all because that person is going to go to someone else.
Hmm.
I've seen situations where, okay, one happened to me in December. This person, it was a last minute work, and she came to me. She wanted a book, And I told her what I was going to charge. And she came back to me and said, okay, so they've spoken to someone else and the person was going to charge lower, blah, blah, blah. And then she made a statement. She said, because it was a family thing. And she was like, um, she was worried about going back to our siblings to say, okay, so this new person is charging like half of what I was asking for. So what's so special about Byola? And then she said, uh, but I just know it's you I want.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she paid what I was asking for. So that times clients want they would go for the more expensive one over you that you think you're trying to like gain. You know, you're trying to think, oh, if I go cheaper, um, they would work with me. There are many clients out there that would go with the expensive person and not go with the cheap person.
Yeah. Because the results are there.
So
People also know too. You train them how to teach you, right? But let me rephrase that. You train them how to treat you.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
If you train them that you're the cheapest person in your city, then they're gonna pay you as the cheapest person in your city.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
If I train my clients to understand I have this minimum, I'm not going low for installation, they know that they have to come with that minimum. Like nothing else will be tolerated,
mm-hmm,
right? And that's what I talk about with the branding. People buy Gucci because it's Gucci.
mm-hmm,
They buy Louis Vuitton because it's Louis Vuitton.
mm-hmm,
They buy Chanel because it's Chanel, right? And they'll go to the discount stores because they want a value deal. So when they come and they're like, I'm looking around at prices, I give them the invoice and I'm like, make up your mind. Because I'm not going lower than that.
period.
Yeah.
Like,
The budget's the budget. I have my overhead. I have a certain amount I have to make every month. And then I start seeing profit.
mm,
So if they want to go cheaper, I always say it's the hot wiring of your brain, right? No, it's too expensive. I think of that as this leaves room in my schedule for someone else.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Oh, I'm going to ask my husband. That's probably a lady who's looking around. When they ghost my invoice, I would say to them, they probably wanted the cheapest person.
mm-hmm.
So I don't get my emotions involved in my business. I'm so good. They should be always picking me. They're not always going to pick you.
Mm,
And that's the reason I have grab and goes. That's the reason I have, smaller priced items that they can get.
and sorry, another thing is these people make it easy for us because even from get go, they're saying to you, "I'm still shopping around."
Hmm.
You know? So from that statement, you should know that you know it might not be for you if they are not willing to pay what you're asking because you're not the you're not the main person. It's not like they are coming to you because of your work.
Yeah.
You don't understand what you put into it. So even from having that mindset helps you to understand that you don't have to do the job because someone else
Yeah.
will still come if you have to work that weekend. Like you could
Hmm.
spend time with your family. You could it could be just the weekend you decide to
Exactly.
do
Take a
you.
weekend off.
You know. So I guess we need to start having that mentality like about the fact that we do not have to do it. We don't have to do it every time. Um, and they're not coming to you, a client coming to you because they want it cheaper. They're not coming to you because no, sorry. A client thinking you're too expensive doesn't value the kind of work
The
you
work.
do. You know,
Amen.
that's fair enough. it's not everybody that would, that understand the art behind it. And that's the world we live in. Just like some people would, like you said, some people would prefer Gucci and some people wouldn't do Gucci. So
And that's what I tell
and
people.
that doesn't mean Gucci would bring the price down.
No, at all. And that's what people have to, and that's I think what new balloon artists have to understand. If you're going through color theory and matching colors and studying different types of balloons and how the light hits this one and the difference between a translucent and a chrome and standard, and you're bringing these high level services, right? Style continuity, design, flow, patterns into your work, creating lines and dominance and all of this. That's getting into the design world. And there's no way you can design for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Uh-huh.
You know? So they just have to understand that it's more than just inflating balloons.
Mm-mm.
And especially if you're a solopreneur, where you're answering the emails, you're doing the phone calls, you're doing the installation, you're inflating the balloons yourself, you're packing up the truck by yourself, you don't have a number two, you should be getting paid more,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? So
You've
where
put
we're
so much
doing more
paint
for
into
less doesn't make sense.
it. Doesn't. It doesn't. Anyway, I've taken so much of your time. Okay.
It's okay. It's
Guys,
okay. We're
do
having
you
a
have
good
any questions
conversation.
for Renee before we carry on? Do you have any questions? Does anyone have any question before we carry on? Please drop your questions quickly before we carry on. Okay, we'll just carry on. Okay, so my next question is, I know we've been like pouring into people since we started. We've been
Hmm.
inspiring and all of that. So, what main advice do you have someone that's just coming into the industry? Like, what what are the templates you think they should follow when they come into the industry?
See what's going on first, do your research, and then use that as a model.
Hmm.
I always tell all of my mentees, look around your city, look on someone's website, see what they've done over the years, and see what parts of their business you can capture and use for yourself. It's unfair for people to come in and there's an established wave that's going on, and you come in and you disrupt it, right? Because you're coming in and you're afraid to swim with the shark. So you go as a bottom feeder,
Hmm.
and now you're disrupting the top waves.
Hmm.
So before you decide that this is a career path for you, look and see who's been in the industry for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years, and see how they've structured their business and what makes them successful for this long. And then from there, develop a foundation for your business so that you can also thrive. That's my advice I would give to anyone coming in. Get formal training. You can only learn this much from YouTube. Get in a good circle of people who are moving forward. They would say find your tribe.
Hmm.
If your friends are not propelling you in business, that's the wrong circle.
Hmm.
Require more from yourself. If you can work 80 hours for a job, you can do more for your own business. Take it seriously. I know we bring fun and joy and bubbliness with balloons, but understand also the impact that it's going to make on your life, not just now, but in the future. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, so before we go on, someone dropped a question. She said, "How do you get your first client? Like, how? What method? What advice do you have on how to get that first client?"
One, I would say practice and take pictures of your work. Why? You want to get a realistic perspective of where you are currently in business. My first client was my hairstylist daughter. And when I started promoting my business, I was telling everyone in my circle like this, right? Friends and family. Those are the people you know first. No name on social media, no name on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So it was everyone in my immediate community. How could I let them know that I'm doing my business? I was in my backyard and I did a style shoot, right? I took one theme, which was Candyland, and I made a donut, I made an ice cream, I made an art, I made a picture frame, and I wanted to do something else, but I ran out of time. So I went just with my phone and I took some pictures and some videos and I went into Word and I put everything together and I put little prices and how to contact me. And then I started text messaging that out to all of my friends and family. And I would keep reminding them, hey, you have an event coming up? What can I do for you? You know, can I barter? You know, can I do an entrance fee for you? And from there, my friend was like, my hairstylist was like, I want to pay you to do this. And she gave me the theme. I bought my supplies. I was scared to even price that properly. And after that job, I realized, okay, I have to take this a lot more seriously. But you can't just screenshot someone's work and send to someone because you're not on that level yet. So it's not giving a realistic view of what you can offer. And it's going to be like catfishing, right? Because you send them this nice, pretty work, but then you come to do and you can't replicate that. So just be honest with your craft, honest with yourself, see where you can improve, and keep practicing. Art's a muscle. The more you work it, is the better you get at it. That's it.
Thank you so much. Does anyone else have any question before I let Renee go? Because we've spent like over an hour now.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could go on and on and on and on, but it's getting late on my side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Renee has stuff to do.
Yes.
Thank you so much. No more questions. No. Okay. I think I've read out all the
Okay.
questions. Okay. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank
You're
you for doing
welcome.
this with me, and I hope I'm able to bring you back. Maybe
Anytime. Just let me know.
I would want to bring you back because we still need to dive in. We need to like change people's mindset. We need to let them understand that there is so much. Well done. Save up. Save up. Make sure you save up. Renee, do you offer like virtual classes or it has to be
I
in person?
do. No.
Okay.
So there are two types of virtual classes. So the business side classes, and then there are classes with kits.
Okay.
So they're preset classes with kits that will cover either garland, bouquets, columns, and I'll send out the supplies as well as the curriculum, and we'll meet on Zoom. So there's different types of classes with different price points to meet people where they are financially.
Another thing I want people to understand is, aside from doing the classes, there are conventions you could attend. In the United States, you've got so many opportunities, like
Mm-hmm.
so many, conventions. We've not had any Qualitex event in. I've only seen one happen in the United Kingdom, like one.
I think they're
Qualitex event.
having one in Europe.
Yeah, they have Bachi, and that's in
Yeah.
Italy. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they've not had. I wanted to attend the one, the year that happened the year of COVID.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not sure they've done another one since then
They've been
though. They've
doing
been
the
doing
Q
the Q
Corner
Corner
virtual,
virtual.
the Q Corner
Yes. Corner
convention.
convention. Yes, 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 on YouTube. But
Yeah.
it's nothing like the in-person one. It's always so much
No.
fun. Like you see, especially with the big constructions, like where people put up like they have teams and you make
Hmm.
big installations, and then you
Think.
could also contest.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't
they
have
don't have
any.
any. No.
The
The
next one
next
that's
one that's
coming up
coming up
here
here
is
is
Float in
Float in
2024.
2024. Mm,
Yes.
yes. Mm. Oh, Float is 2024. It's not this year.
No, it's
No,
every
it's
two
every two
years.
years. Oh, okay. So okay. Just that's just like the Qualitex one. Is it correct?
It's so what
So what
Float
Float
is
is
a
a
4 day
4 day
convention.
convention.
It
It
has
has
all the big
all the big
brands like
brands like
Jamar,
Jamar,
Qualitex,
Qualitex,
Tuftex,
Tuftex,
Batalic,
Metallic.
or
Back in the days,
Simpertex.
it used to be just Qualitex.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
and they
send
sent
what they
so
do
what
is
they
they
do is
send
they
all
sent
of their
all of their
best
best
teachers,
teachers. Okay.
and
And
it's
it's
4 days of
4 days of
continuous
continuous
learning.
learning. Okay.
You can
You
also
can
get your
also get your
CBA
CBA
there.
there.
They have
They
the
have the
Designer of the
Designer
Year
of the Year
competition.
competition. Mm-hmm.
They have the
They have the
showroom
showroom.
where all
Where
of the
all of the
brands
brands
come and
come and
present
present
their,
their, yeah,
merchandise and
merchandise
stuff.
and stuff. Mm-hmm.
And then they
And then
have
they
in the
have in the
night they
night
have
they have
different
different
parties and
parties and
networking
networking
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
So you
So
have
you
the
have the
gala
gala
and all of
and
that.
all of that. What, where is Float happening next year? But there's a Qualitex one. I've forgotten the name now.
Wonderland?
Wonderland? Uh, no, the Qualitex one. I've forgotten what it's called now. It happens, I think every 2 years too, or yeah, like every year
I
they
know
have. I
they
know
they
they
haven't had
haven't had
one.
one since
They have
COVID.
their
They have their
smaller
smaller
TBN
TBN
training.
training. Okay, so they've not had a big one since COVID.
The
The
last time
last
they
time
had
they
one
had
was
one was
Balloon
Balloon
Wonderland,
Wonderland,
which
which
is a
is a
break
break
off of
off
the
of
big
the
balloon
big
build.
balloon build. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So someone asked if I had a CBA certificate. Yes, I do. I just don't push it out there. Yeah, I'm CBA. CBA. I've been CBA for like I think 7 before I started YouTubing at all. Yeah. So 7, 8 years thereabout. Yeah. Guess what? I started doing balloons and I took it serious from the get
Day
go. Day
one.
one. I took
Yeah.
it serious because I had so much passion for it. It's something I love. I get really excited when I do all the setups for people. I come back home
Hmm.
and it's like I've done something really amazing for the day. So you have to really love it anyway. You have to
You
really love
do.
it. If you don't love it, forget it. You have to love
And
it.
that's the
And that's
thing
the thing
too.
too.
I think
I
since
think
the
since the
pandemic, a
pandemic,
lot of
a lot of
people look at
people look at
balloons
balloons
as
as
just
just
organic.
organic. Mm.
They
They
don't look
don't
at it
look at
as
it as
twisting,
twisting,
as
as
sculpting,
sculpting,
building.
building.
They don't
They
look
don't
at it
look at
like
it
that,
like that.
right? There's
Right?
so
There's
many
so many
balloon
balloon
businesses that
businesses that
all they
all
do is
they do is
organic.
organic. Yes.
So when you
So when
tell
you
them,
tell
"Oh,
them,
I
"Oh, I
twist,"
twist,"
or you try
or
to
you
do a
try to do a
twisting
twisting
class,
class,
no one
no
wants to
one wants
come.
to come. To be honest, I understand. Not everybody loves twisting, but the thing is, it's good to have an idea to know how to
The
like
twist, yeah.
yeah, to know the basics of twisting
Hmm.
because you would get a client that would want something that is different from organic. There are clients there that just want the classics. They just want the
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true. They just want the standard columns. They just want, uh, you know, just want something different than the norm. Yes. Someone is talking about twisting. Yeah, it depends on what part of the if you tell me what part of the world you're in, I could tell you where to like learn. We have people
Find the
that
twisting class.
we have people that just do twisting and they really know how to do it. That's why people forget that this industry has so many aspects aside from
Hmm.
mechanics. There's so many things you can do. You know, there's the twisting, there's the bouquets, there's the influx one.
Bubbles.
Okay, so you're in New Jersey. Any recommendations, Renee, for New Jersey?
New Jersey, she's not far from me. She's probably maybe an hour and a half from me.
Aha. So can you hear that? So you have Renee not too far from you. So send her a DM. I'm sure she will respond to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So just send her a DM and ask away your questions, and she'll point you in the right direction. So you just there's so many opportunities in this industry. Just don't be too focused on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to have like a basic background. Know how to like
Do
do
everything.
know
Yeah.
how to do everything. And then it's fine if it's just one thing you want to be focused on. So for like me now, I do more of kids parties, but it doesn't mean I don't do weddings. It doesn't mean I don't if I have to like design a centerpiece for a wedding, it doesn't mean I won't be able
Mm-hmm.
to come up with that. So you just have to have that thing you're good at, but you still have to know how to do all of
Multiple things.
that. Multiple things.
Especially when you have clients that come year after year,
You know?
they're gonna want something different.
And you have to be able to come up with something different for them each time. Come up
Yeah.
with different ideas. And there's so many DVDs out there that professionals from
True.
way back made. For the person asking about twisting, there's so many, DVDs from
Twisting DVDs. Yeah.
yeah. Do you know what's this person's name? He stopped doing balloons now. He does a lot of twisting. I can't remember his name.
Where's he from?
From the United States. Oh, I can't remember his name.
Is it Baldy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
remember
know
his
Baldy.
So, there's so many people, they've got so many DVDs you can learn from. If you want to learn how to do like designer centerpieces, Talkware Bully Day has a DVD out there you could buy to like teach yourself how to do
To do it. Yeah.
amazing centerpieces. Clients do not know that you could actually use balloons to do crazy centerpieces.
Different designs.
It doesn't have to be just flowers. All you need to do is just learn how to do it really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Rupert.
Rupert. Yeah. Rupert's another good one.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We've gone way over our time. I
Thank you for
love
having me.
Thank you so much, Renee. We're going to have you back. I'm going to send you a DM once you're ready.
Thank you.
We have to finish off this conversation. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us.
Okay.
So I'm just going to close off now, guys. Let's Talk Balloons is something I do once a month. I bring someone new to the channel to talk about balloons, to talk about their experiences, to talk about this industry we love so much. So, guys, join me next month. I'll be putting out the dates, the guests, and everything on my Instagram. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, subscribe so that you don't miss out in this amazing series. Like, I'm loving it every time I bring someone new to talk. And this one was like the longest one ever. I enjoyed this session. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you. God bless you. And
You're welcome.
all the best
Anytime.
in your business. Guys, send her a DM if you want to like get our training courses, everything she has in regards to training. Because I get a lot of you asking me, how can you train? How can you learn about it? She's here. And I'm sure she would respond. If she doesn't respond, just send me a
Yes,
DM.
I will. No, I will. I respond to all my DMs.
Okay, so yeah, so guys, keep learning, keep practicing. You're gonna excel in this business. Just stick to your rules the right way. All right?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Love you too. Bye.